Well, they have done it, and we have 9 days left. Now, new Spider-Man 2 promo has been released, Insomniac have done another questionable tease, and 2 separate skill trees that play into their own playstyles for both Miles and Peter. Well, we have tons to get through. If you can leave a like, it helps a ton, but turn that into a dislike if you get to the end and did not enjoy the video. Now, every single Spider-Man fan was super shocked when they saw this image that you see in the background, and at first you question a lot, like I did. For example, why the display looks a little, dare I say, average. Now, a car on its side or on an angle would have been just a bit more interesting and creative, but hey, I'll still take this as it definitely did get me hyped. Now, just to give you some quick context, this was actually spotted in the capital of Malaysia, so a big deal to say the least. But here's the crazy thing. It is stated that this display is only to be present/active from March 1st to March 14th, 2023, which, as I'm making this video, actually leaves exactly 9 days until this promo ends. Now, things get even more questionable because on Twitter, on the timeline specifically, Insomniac randomly retweeted the trailer. Now, yes, they have done this before, and the only thing that led to was a huge build-up, including Miles' voice actor teasing at the end of last year, only to be given the wishlist option on PlayStation 5, which still of course did get a lot of people excited, but of course naturally that sort of build-up is a clear runway to a bigger reveal, and then it just went super silent. Now, as far as this retweet goes, I'd honestly say just to take it as a pinch of salt, as the promo in Malaysia is basically the bigger deal here, and I guess you could say the more quote-unquote random move to have happened this far. But with the silence since last year and nothing at the recent PlayStation showcase, and now seeing the promo in Malaysia, it actually makes sense with what Jeff Grubb said, which, if you did not know, just to quickly recap, it says, based on new information from Jeff Grubb, Sony is currently planning to hold a new PlayStation showcase prior to E3 2023, which falls in June. Then Jeff basically said that this presentation was originally planned to be held in the later half of 2022, which now makes sense of course with what happened last year, or specifically towards the end of last year, but Sony ended up delaying it and its studios just simply weren't ready to show anything at that moment in time. Now, assuming that another delay doesn't take place, that presentation is the one that actually should be making the appearance on this new, supposedly PlayStation showcase taking place before E3 2023, and how basically Sony or PlayStation want to hold their best titles until last. I guess that's probably the best way to put that in a nutshell. So, tying that statement into what we're seeing with this promo in Malaysia actually seems to be a bigger run-up to something else. Now, you could argue why we have not seen any similar promo elsewhere, which of course is debatable, but we are only one step closer to the quote-unquote full release date, so it's inevitable that a trailer should drop before that showcase, aka very soon. Now, if we're talking about March 1st to March 14th, and specifically the promo in Malaysia, does that indicate a window of something happening for the game? Well, again, it's debatable and arguable, so I want to know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Is it just a random promo that's just only happening in Malaysia and that side of a pond, or is there a bigger reason behind it? Keen to know your thoughts, so as I say, let me know in the comment section below. Now, since Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to have both Spider-Man playable, they should do what AC Syndicate did, where the two have separate skill trees and play into their own playstyles. A post made by a Reddit user that has actually got a lot of people talking. Now, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer that if there are two playable characters with vastly different abilities, they'll definitely have separate skill trees. Now, do not get me wrong, there are definitely some games out there that could have something like this that are ultimately just a little bit too lazy and would go ahead and just simply do what we can say copy and paste the skill trees, but we know Insomniac is not like that, so it's very likely that this will in fact already be a thing, or should we say a standard. Now the bigger question is, whose Spider-Man game is this? And what I mean by that is a question that's been surfacing, which is more recently, which is what are the chances that Miles Morales gets Venomized, alongside what are the chances that Peter gets Venomized, or should we say it could be both? Now, could there basically be multiple endings? Now, Game Rant mentioned how it could be any Spider-Man's game at this point and continue to say the following. Honestly, the chances of at least one or both Spider-Men becoming infected with the Venom symbiote are equally high. Starting a Venom story without a Spider-Man succumbing to his darker side just seems wrong and would actually be a sidestep to a lot of storytelling opportunities. The black symbiote suit that Spider-Man wears has also been long requested by fans, and seeing Insomniac Games take on this iconic costume is more than enough reason to get excited about the sequel for. Marvel Spider-Man 2 will undoubtedly be darker than the past games, and hopefully Venom brings out the meaner side of both these Spider-Men. Now, I think with everything that we have seen already and what's basically been teased this far, it actually leads to so many theories. And of course, back last year, we did have Venom's voice actor teasing so many things, from how the map looks in this game and how we're all going to be shocked for the most part, right down to how we should wait for something else, which has led to a huge influx of fans just speculating a Venom expansion / standalone DLC. Now, one thing we know is that the dark side is the main focus here, especially with the artwork that we did see on the PlayStation Store, which of course is the black background with the Spider-Man logo, but it's just how far into it will we truly go? That's the bigger question, and I truly believe that the next teaser we get, or the next sort of reveal we get, whether that be a verbal teaser, whether that be a little gameplay snippet, right down to a screenshot, I honestly believe is massively going to be Venom focused, because again, it's, you know, Insomniac need to, you know, differentiate themselves from the previous Spider-Man game and top that Spider-Man game. And how do you literally top something that was so well done? How do you get people to get more excited? Well, a completely different story. In this case, Venom, the darker side, of course, that's the main focus, so it's no doubt that will be the next tease. Now, all of this is very exciting, but this is just sad. It is not good. So check out the video that you see on screen right now.